My name is Ronnie Michael, certified public accountant, and this is the Personal Finance Playbook. Improve your finances, improve your life. The title of today's episode is Face the Music. To save money, you must cook more at home. It's no secret that inflation is rampant in America at levels we haven't seen in decades. The cost of living has gone up and probably is going to continue to go up, albeit at hopefully a slower rate, and we kind of just have to deal with it. The best way to deal with inflation would be to make more money. Unfortunately, the best way is also the most difficult. It's a tough job market out there right now, with companies downsizing, implementing AI, and outsourcing work to foreigners. Investing is also a great way to make money, and while I do think there are some great opportunities out there, the big caveat is that returns will take years to realize, unless you're Nancy Pelosi. How about cutting back on expenses? Unfortunately, this is also pretty challenging at the moment. Housing is the number one expense for the vast majority of Americans, but a confluence of factors has made it difficult to make any headway here. Rents, especially in major cities, keep going up. And since at least World War II, it's never been more difficult for the average person to buy a home thanks to high interest rates and exploding home values. Transportation is another big expense. And again, this is another challenging one to lower. Car insurance premiums have risen dramatically. Used cars are probably the most expensive they've ever been. And if you want to buy a new car, there are vanishingly few options nowadays to buy something affordable with basic features. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Getting a better job is challenging. Investing is challenging. Saving money on housing is challenging. Saving money on transportation is challenging. Is there anything the average person can do to combat inflation in a meaningful way? Well, let's talk about an activity you do every day. You may not physically spend cash or swipe a credit card for it every day, but it is something you do daily. It's an activity that has become significantly more expensive recently. But curiously, it's also an activity people have not really cut back on despite the rising costs. I am, of course, talking about eating, and specifically, eating food that was prepared outside of the home. According to 2023 data compiled by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, food accounts for about 13% of the average American's monthly budget. This is the third highest category of expense behind housing and transportation. Spending on food in terms of raw dollars has increased. No surprise given inflation. But what is surprising is that Americans' spending habits on food away from home, i.e., delivery, takeout, or dining at a restaurant, as compared to spending habits on food at home, i.e., buying groceries and then cooking at home. Year over year, the spending on food at home has increased 6.1%, and the spending on food away from home has increased 8.1%. That's right. Despite significant increases in the price of food, the average American is nevertheless shifting more of his food budget towards takeout slash delivery slash restaurants than meals at home. I understand that people like the ambiance of restaurants and the convenience of not cooking, but it's time to face the music. Buying groceries and cooking at home will lead to significant savings for most people. Let's walk through an all too common example. I just added a medium pepperoni pizza from Papa John's to my cart in my DoorDash app. Can you guess what getting this delivered would cost? I happen to have Dash Pass, so I do get some savings. The total is $14.67. Without the savings, the order would be an insane $22.09. $22 for a single 12-inch pepperoni pizza. Given our craving for pizza, let's consider some possible substitutes. A frozen Red Baron 12-inch pepperoni pizza from my local grocery store costs only $5.29. This is a 64% savings from ordering Papa John's using Dash Pass, and a whopping 76% savings from DoorDash without the Dash Pass savings. There is no universe where Papa John's is 65 to 75% better than Red Baron. Everyone knows about Costco's $1.50 hot dog and fountain drink deal, but more people should know about Costco's pizza. Costco offers a take and bake 18-inch cheese or pepperoni pizza for around $10. The value you're getting per square inch of pizza is staggering. Pizza is just one example of the money you can save by getting quote unquote takeout from the grocery store. Sure, it may not be the high end quality of your favorite local joint or national chain, but is the quality really that much worse considering the savings you're getting? Perhaps the most common excuse people give for ordering food away from home is that they hate cooking. If you truly do not like cooking, you can still save a lot of money by buying frozen foods from the grocery store and then using the oven or microwave to cook them. As you might imagine, the expense you can save on food is even greater if you do embrace cooking from home. And while there is some certain upfront costs for pots, pans, and kitchen equipment, they're pretty negligible in the grand scheme of things. Returning to our pizza example, your grocery store has pre made pizza crusts, pizza slices, shredded mozzarella, and pizza sauce. Buy all these ingredients, snag an oven ready pizza dish from Amazon, and now you're in business. Not only are you getting savings here, but you can customize the pizza however you wish. Add more cheese and pepperoni than you would otherwise get. You'll probably still be saving money. If you think cooking is hard, the good news is that there's never been such high quality information available on how to learn. YouTube is a treasure trove of home cooking channels. You can learn how to cook meals for basically any kind of diet, and you can find recipes that'll even mimic your favorite restaurant dishes. Take a hard, honest look at your spending on food delivery, takeout, and restaurants. I'm sure you'll be able to find some opportunities for saving money. And unlike job, investing, housing, and transportation, these are benefits you can get almost immediately. I think the average person could save at least $100 in the next month on food spending with minimal effort. And as you get more comfortable cooking at home, the savings will only increase. What do you think? Does this apply to your life? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.